What if a single country could shake the entire world economy, close the most important oil route on Earth, and ignite conflicts across half a continent? That country is Iran. For decades, some of the world's most powerful nations have threatened Iran. Yet, despite sanctions, isolation, and military pressure, Iran still stands strong. How did this nation become one of the most powerful and feared countries in the Middle East? The answer lies in geography, oil, missiles, and a strategy unlike any other country on Earth. Iran sits in one of the most strategic locations on the planet. To its south lies the Strait of Hormuz, a narrow waterway connecting the Persian Gulf to the open ocean. But this tiny stretch of sea carries enormous importance. Nearly one-fifth of the world's oil supply passes through this narrow corridor every single day, and Iran sits directly beside it. If Iran ever blocked this route, even temporarily, global oil prices could skyrocket overnight. This single geographic advantage gives Iran enormous influence over the global economy. Iran is also naturally difficult to invade. Much of the country is protected by massive mountain ranges like the Zagros and Alborz mountains. These rugged landscapes create natural defensive barriers. Throughout history, invading armies, from ancient empires to modern militaries, have struggled to conquer Iran's terrain. Add vast deserts and harsh climates, and Iran becomes one of the hardest countries in the region to attack. Geography itself acts as Iran's first line of defense. Iran is also one of the most energy-rich nations on Earth. It holds some of the largest oil reserves in the world. But even more impressive, Iran has the second-largest natural gas reserves on the planet. These massive energy resources make Iran extremely important in global markets. Even countries that politically oppose Iran still depend on stable energy prices. Oil and gas give Iran economic influence far beyond its borders. Iran knows it cannot compete with superpowers like the United States in traditional warfare, so instead it built a military designed for deterrence. Iran has developed one of the largest missile arsenals in the Middle East. These missiles can strike military bases, ships, and strategic targets across the region. Iran has also become a leader in drone warfare, producing large numbers of unmanned combat drones. Together, these weapons create a powerful defensive strategy. Attacking Iran would come with enormous risks. A key pillar of Iran's power is the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, or IRGC. Unlike a traditional army, the IRGC is both a military force and a powerful political institution. It controls major sectors of Iran's economy, intelligence operations, and strategic weapons programs. The IRGC also oversees Iran's missile and drone development. But its influence goes far beyond Iran's borders. Iran has built an extensive network of allies and armed groups across the Middle East. These groups operate in places like Lebanon, Syria, Iraq, and Yemen. Through them, Iran can influence conflicts across the region without direct war. This strategy allows Iran to project power far beyond its own territory. Many analysts call this network Iran's axis of resistance. It's one of the most unique geopolitical strategies in modern history. For over 40 years, Iran has faced heavy economic sanctions from Western countries. These sanctions were meant to weaken the nation. Yet Iran adapted. It built domestic industries, developed its own military technologies, and strengthened regional alliances. Instead of collapsing, Iran became more self-reliant. This ability to survive under pressure has made the country even more resilient. Iran's power does not come from just one thing. It comes from a combination of factors: strategic geography, vast energy resources, a powerful missile and drone arsenal, and a regional network spanning the Middle East. Together, these elements make Iran one of the most influential countries in global geopolitics. Which is why, despite decades of tension, very few nations are willing to risk a direct war with Iran, because the consequences could reshape the entire world.